is a new NBA champion, and it's a team from Toronto, Canada. We, the North, are now the champions, the Raptors, the 2019 NBA champs.
Your 2019 NBA champions, the Toronto Raptors.
Let's go Raptors! We are the champions of the 2019 NBA Finals. Let's go Toronto Raptors. Let's go Canada. This is Mr. 2002. In today's video, I bought a new set of rear brakes for my MK6 Jetta, a new set of rear pads, and 2 new rear rotors. I went with 2 rear brand new rotors. The brand is Zimmerman, and the new pads I bought were this company here in Toronto called Max Brakes. I bought their brake pads, and they're actually, the model of them are the ceramic version ones, basically the middle tier ones. They have a low end street performance one, a middle end ceramic pads, and a high end racing ceramic carbon pads, basically, yeah. So I figured, okay, my car is a 2-liter, it's kind of, slow and whatnot. So yeah, I'll go ahead and just get the regular ceramic brakes, and that should be more than fine and adequate for my car application. Alright guys, so without further ado, on to the video. I'll show you guys some pictures and small clips of the process of me actually painting these rotors in order to prevent any corrosion or rust from getting on them. As you guys with MK6 Jettas know, our current rotors from the factory, the stock ones, if you live in the northern United States or anywhere southern Canada, basically roads with salt on the road during the winter time, they pretty much end up looking like this after a few years of being on the road where salt is being used. So you may ask, exactly what prompted me to get new rear brakes? Well, initially I had some brake noise coming from the rear of the vehicle, so I figured I'd go in for a brake check to see what all the commotion was about. And in this photo here, you can see all 4 of my wheels have been taken down. So therefore, they're checking now all my brakes to see what's wrong with them and why they're making all this racket. Eventually, they came back to me saying that my rear brakes were metal on metal on the rear driver's side one, but the rear passenger side one was still, somewhat low but somewhat okay. And that the front brakes were also pretty low, but both of them were still okay and they weren't metal on metal, much like the rear ones were. So, with this diagnosis, I went home, parked the car, and the very next morning, I headed out to my local auto parts wholesaler's warehouse, where I picked up 2 brand new rear rotors. This is what one of them looks like. The brand is called Zimmerman, and it's just a regular basic OE style rotor. And apparently, they're also coated with some kind of rust preventative coating. And then after I got the rotors from the warehouse, I went to visit Max Advanced Brakes in Markham, Ontario, which was roughly about a 10-minute drive from the previous warehouse where I got the rotors from, to pick up some carbon ceramic rear brake pads. They had a very nice display here on their wall of all the rotors and brake pads that they offer. Luckily, they had my brake pads in stock. I just went there on a whim without calling first to make sure they had them in stock. They had them in stock, so here they are. Here's the box, the back of it. See all the text, all the writing, saying here low noise, low dust, lifespan is good. Excellent, I can't wait to try these brake pads out. There's information there, okay. Carbon ceramics. There's the model number of my car. Let's open the box and see what's inside. Kind of hard to do with one hand. There you go. More writing here. Brake service recommendations. Well, And the actual brake pads, lovely. Take them out of the box. There they are, well packaged, so they don't get damaged. Excellent. They seem to be the right ones, yep. And even on the back of the packaging, there's more writing. Break-in procedures, wow. Follow the steps, I guess, for good brake pad life. There you have it. Alrighty. And now that we read that very well, turn it over again, put it back in the box, in order to head on over to the mechanic Charlie and get them installed. So let's begin pinning these rotors. First I started to mask them off with masking tape. After that was done, I got right down to business and sprayed both rotors with a product called Cold Galvanizing Compound from a company called Rust-Oleum. You can find it at Home Depot or here in Canada in Canadian Tire. It's basically a large and tall silver spray can with a gray cap on it. It's supposed to prevent the rotors from corroding and or rusting. Here they are after spraying 3 coats of the Cold Galvanizing Compound spray. They look amazing. For not having sanded them down, I think the paint etched on pretty well. And again, without sanding, I went ahead and sprayed on top of the Cold Galvanizing Compound spray with Duplicolor High Heat Wheel Paint spray. I decided to go with the wheel paint spray because that's what I currently had in my garage, and also the caliper spray from Canadian Tire if I were to go buy a new can of it in a silver/gray color. Would cost roughly $20 Canadian per spray can bottle, and I figured why pay an extra $20 for paint that I currently already owned in my garage, and it was pretty much the same thing as color paint anyways. Then after 2 coats of base paint, I decided to go ahead and clear coat them using again clear coat rim spray can instead of the caliper clear coat spray can. They turned out fantastic and fabulous. Oh my god, I think they look so amazing. So I let the rotors dry overnight, and then the next morning I took all the tape off, the masking tape, and of course left some residue behind, the actual rotor part where the brake pad sits on. But if you just use your finger and rub it, it comes right off anyways. Just look at that finish, guys. They came in amazing. I really hope this paint job lasts and these rotors don't rust up like the stock ones did. Wow, they look so great. So next up, we're off to the auto mechanic to get them all installed. Alright guys, we're at the shop now, and you see the mechanic here taking out the parts. There they are now, just lying on the ground after the mechanic took them out of the car. The brake pads on top, the brake rotors on the bottom, all painted and ready to go. And now the mechanic starts to raise the car up. Higher and higher it goes until it's high enough to start working on the car. Here we go, you guys. So guys, now we begin the brake installation process. Oh my goodness guys, oh my goodness. So the mechanic decided to start off with the most troubling side, which was the rear driver's side that had the metal on metal contact brake pad completely worn out. Here he is doing the installation. You can see he's pretty much at the halfway point in this picture. The gentleman used anti-seize underneath the brake rotor hat, and my oh my, those brake rotors look so fantastic with the paint on them. Here in this picture now that you're viewing, You see the old brake pads, the ones that just came off the car. You see the bottom one here, which is the inner one. It's completely worn and it's basically metal on metal. And the one that's on top, the upper part of this picture, is the outer one, which still has a very good amount of pad left. But the reason for my noise was obviously the bottom one that was metal on metal. So therefore, in fact, these brakes did need to be replaced. And thank goodness I'm actually replaced them now. Then a few minutes later, the mechanic finished everything up and put the wheel back on. Oh my goodness, it looks so amazing. So let's go ahead now and take a closer look of the brake rotor and pad and caliper. As you can tell, they look amazing. And now the brake changing procedure starts off on the passenger side. The guy already put some anti-seize on the wheel hub there. Here's the driver's side rear brake pads and the brand new rear rotor on the passenger side. And then again, after a few minutes later, the mechanic is all said and done and is taking the car now for a test drive. So there you have it, guys, we're all said and done. I'm all set to leave the mechanic shop right when this Aventador S just came by. So obviously I had to record it for you guys. Oh my goodness, what a car. I love this car so much. Wow. I definitely can see me getting one day. Just look at that hexagonal gas cap, the back wings flaps there, the back engine glass design. Oh my goodness, amazing. Those taillights were amazing, those triangle taillights. There's no spoiler on it. But the rear bumper and the rear diffuser looks amazing. Taillights look amazing as well. I love this color of the car. I'm not sure if it's a wrap or not. On the side says Aventador S, the badge there. It's got very nice black wheels with nice matching orange calipers. Wow. And the guy driving the car right now is the guy basically working in that shop there, basically the tech. Sort of like a mechanic guy. He's not the owner of the car. So he's unsure of how to put the car into drive or reverse, apparently. He's having a hard time with it. But I'm sure I'll get it eventually. I'm sure I'll get it. Okay, now he's got it. I think he's going into reverse now. He's backing it up. It's gonna go in there, in this garage here. He backed it up not quite a lot. Come on, guy, come on. Wow, it's too far back now. Okay, now he's got it in drive. He's coming closer to the shop. To the shop's bay door. There we go, he's turning now. He's approaching. Now he's going in. Just look at that car. Amazing. So fantastic. So many body lines, especially in the rear of it. Wow. And then when the sun doesn't hit it anymore, it becomes like a darker orange color. And there you have it. The car is in the shop. He's almost parked. Pretty much parked now. Turn the engine off. You see here it's a blue Swift's Lamborghini Urus SUV. There's a white 458 Ferrari over there. And in front of the Lamborghini Aventador S is a Ferrari 488. It's got the door open now. It's coming out of the car. And that's it. And the SUV in front of the white Ferrari is probably another Urus. Well guys, that's done. Now for the test drive home. Wow, it appears that this train is still passing by here. And it's going to be therefore blocking us from going home. So I guess we're going to have to wait it out at the end of the road when we get to the place where the actual train lights are flashing. And the barriers have come down. So apparently I have the 7 Series BMW behind me, so I had to be careful not to hit it there. So I had to double back up basically. This place has some big speed bumps in the driveway on the way out. So let's be careful with them. Here's another biggest one.
Wow. That's huge. Ouch. Alright, moving along. Another bump. Smaller one. And as you can see, everyone stopped here for the train. As well, we have to stop as well. Car stops. Okay, it appears now the train has left, so off we go. There's the train tracks with the barriers and the lights. A little bumpy here now, wow, okay. On we go. The brakes are working fine. So hopefully this fix is wonderful and perfect. More bumpy road here. Wow. It's an incoming car. Okay, we can get in there. We're making a left here. Let's see if the car will slow down. The car's slowing down and stops just fine. Wonderful.
Alright guys, it's a few days later and we're back at home now. The brakes have been working fantastically. Excellent. Just great. The thing I'm noticing is that on the passenger side, the Rotors paint has begun to flake off a little bit from installing the wheel. The paint, I guess, somehow chipped off a little bit and started flaking off. So I'm gonna have to take off the wheel again and just paint it again on the car. Here, I'll show you guys now. You can see there the paint flaking off. So I'm gonna have to redo it basically. It's all around pretty much. And that's the end of the video. I'll see you guys on the next one. This is Mr. Green 2002 signing out. Take care, have a good day. Please don't forget to like and subscribe to this video for more content.